Right, pressing on. Just look at uncover the original, the OGs. Look, this is what we're making. So we can see that we're on the bend. There's a bend in there, and the bend is shorter in the back one than the front one. If that makes sense. See if this. I'm not going to be able to get in and show you any better on this side, for sure. So maybe. There we go. So we're going to emulate that. It don't have to be exactly the same, of course, but that's what we're emulating. So we need to get on and fabricate, then we can get a bend in these bits. Done. I've made myself a lot of spaces, a lot of little spaces. Look, so we've got a bit of plate for the bars to sit on, and that will give us clearance where they fit on this tube. It's not showing too clearly, and clearance where they fit on that boss. So that's where they need to be welded. I might drill and tap this. I might tack that to it. I might, not sure. The first thing I'm going to do is get that bend in these bits of bar. Now, I think I shot myself in the foot cutting them off to length. When it comes to using a roller, it's buried under these. I could probably grab it and kink it with that, or I could use the hot spanner, and I'm going to use the fucking hot spanner, well, the little torch, because it's Baltic in here, so a little bit of heat is quite worth it. I'll give it a warm up. There we go. That's that much. Fair 5 bit now. It's just a nice gradual bend. Come on. Pop that down. I gave myself a mark in chalk on the vice, so I've got something to aim at. I'm going to do the same with this one. Hey, there we go. We've got two on the right here with a short bend. Short from the bend to the end, yeah. And then we've got two slightly longer, and they're still a bit warm, so bear with. I'm going to pair them up. Kind of like that. Yeah. They're going to be trimmed off. Sorry, I'm bad camera work. They're going to be trimmed off to suit this width, the 1.25" width. In fact, I'll put the big one at the back, little one at the front. Yeah, kind of like that. They're going to go, and then they're going to join together. Ow, bastard! Fucking hell. Join together at the top to take that. So what I'm going to do is set the width. I'm going to make a decision on quite how I'm going to sort this out. I'm going to probably tack a piece of steel across there and then tack those two together, put a weld in there. and then we're going to machine the ends to the right shape to take that threaded that boss for the mounting bolt. Fucking hell. I just need to get the width right on these. I need to make sure that they're not too wide for the tube, if that makes sense. The right width. So eyeballing it through the camera, you're looking about there. Look, so then we'd weld this end together, or give it a good tack, and maybe put a sprag across there, and then shape that to suit that end. That's the plan. So here's what I've come up with. I've checked the originals, and then they've not got the finesse that I thought they had. Hey, basically, one of them sits about there, anywhere you like on the tube, near enough middle, and then the other one skirts across almost, but the MIG weld pulls it in and it's kind of blended. And the same with this, one kind of sits on there, and then this one's ground away, like flattened off, so that it don't overshoot, and the weld makes it up. So I'm guessing that I actually did them kind of like that, and then filled it in with that one, made that one fit, which it's not a bad idea actually. I could do that. I got in my head that I was going to machine these, going to put them in the milling machine and make them fit perfectly, and to be frank, that's what I'm going to end up having to fucking do, isn't it? Got Lee Jenkins, who probably won't see this. I've got his voice in my head saying, anyone with a welder can do that, fucker. You're an engineer, man. Engineer it. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to end up putting a fixture on or something like that. Getting these about where I need them, and then welding something on, I think, to keep them paired up. And then machining them to suit. Cutting them down and shaping the ends so that they're right. There you go. What I'll do, I'll work it out. I'm going to make a brew. I'm going to work that out. And then I'll probably join you on the milling machine, to be fair. Righto, so we've got those bent up, and I've tacked them onto a mounting block so I can clamp them in the vise. I'm going to use this milling cutter to profile the ends so that they sit nicely on the bits that they're going to be welded to. So with this kind of in place, I've just done the one as a tester and it worked really well. What I have to do, because of the angle of the dangle on the fucking thing, is zigzag it away a bit and then bring it back a bit. 1, 2, 1, 2, so it's about there. You know, I think a little bit of TLC. I'll put this clamp on, the engineer's clamp on there, because I'm scared it's going to break my tack welds and spit itself off, which would be less than ideal. I mean, the pot's running out of fucking oil, so there you go. I think that needs to go over just a little, and maybe away just a little, so let's see how that goes, eh? Nice and steady. Alright, happy days, look. There we go. So, we just work our way through there. Nice and stress free. And then pull it out again, a bit nearer, so back to me a bit. And in the centre there. Looking down the job this way to make sure that we're about right. There we go, much better. A little bit of lube. There we go, that's happy days. That'll get us about where we need to be. I'll machine the other end, which I've already done. And the other piece. And then we'll go back over to the table and get them all tacked together. Right, so as I didn't really explain in the last one, a bit disjointed today for some reason. Anyway, I've tacked them to this sacrificial block. I'm sure I talked about it, but I don't think I recorded it. I don't fucking know. Anyway, so they're shaped now. They're where I need them to be. So I can drop them on here, look, and then put these bits in place while I tack up. A bit of weight on there, bit of weight on there, and I can get in and tack up with a TIG, and they'll be just peachy. The only problem I've got then is cleaning these tacks off and getting rid of the sacrificial blocks like the mounting blocks, but I don't think that'll be an issue. I think we're good. I'll drag the TIG out and get them tacked up. No. Right, utter change of plan with the welding. I've struggled my fucking tits off, and all I'm doing is getting porosity. It's like I've got bad gas or something. So I managed to do one, and it seems okay. It's not as great as I'd like, and I'm fucking struggling on I'm just getting porosity. It don't matter how clean I make the parent metals. I've tried more gas, less gas, in, out, fucking up, down, all around, so I give up. I'm going to make the fucker. That's what I'm going to end up doing, just like they are on the original, on the shovel head. So there you fucking go. I'm just fucking them up, trying to weld them. So I'm going full disclosure here, look. I can't fucking do it. I'm going to fucking make the cunt, look. That's all fucking do it. Bear with. Okay, I don't mind admitting that didn't exactly go to fucking plan. But we're there now. We've bid the fucking TIG. Fuck knows what's wrong with the TIG. I've had the torch apart, cleaned everything out, done everything, new electrode. Fucked about with the gas flow, blah, blah, blah. Porosity. Porosity killed the cat. So we're gone to MIG, which, you know, to be honest, once it's fucking, they're all powder coated and on the bike, then you're not going to come along and go, fucking hell, Ralph, it would have looked better tigged. Although you might, if you've seen this. But they're done now. We've just got to make the mounting plates fit. So we've got to shape this with the 1.25 inch radius around the top, and then triangulate off to where we're going to mount them on the bike, kind of thing. Yeah, they're going to be hard work, I reckon, these plates. And I was thinking of being posh and using the milling machine and the rotary table and all that. And then I thought, fucking just do it with a cut-off saw and a fucking sander, you dickhead. So I'm going to do that. Get the holes in. Put the pinch bolts, the grub screws in the bottom of these as well at some stage. But for now, I'm going to concentrate on getting these triangles, getting these plates triangulated. Yeah, and I'm going to make mounting bosses akin to the rest of the ones on the bike, so they'll be inch diameter, same as the engine mounts, and they'll be profiled to sit on the frame tube nicely wherever I decide to stick them. I think low and wide myself is the kidder, so that's next. So with the help of some die cam. Oh, it's the next day for me, by the way. So it's cold o'clock in the morning again. I die cam these up last night, and now I've marked them out this morning. So we've got the mounting holes, which will go onto 1 inch diameter bosses. So we've marked that, the corners for that. And then the one that goes through to the foot peg itself, which needs 1.25 inches to match the foot pegs and the little cap that I made. So we've marked that out. Not that it's picking up that clear. And then we've put this curve in because that emulates the top engine mount. If it'll focus, fucking focus. There you go. So we're copying that, so it flows. So I'm going to drill those, try and cut them out. that'll be a happy time, I'm not sure. And go from there. Now then, as expected, we're having a bit of a fucking game, drilling the holes. Shit, mate, why don't you use mild steel? Get powder coated. Make some bosses that weld to the frame like a top engine mounts, you know, and just one bolt. Fuck knows. But here we are, so grab some lube. I've gone over to the mini mill, to the mill drill, to see if we can't fucking do it. I'm gonna have to swap this out for a fucking carbide bit or something if it won't do this. Oh no. She's fucking reluctant, isn't she? Turn that down. Bit more lube. Wee, boosh, stalled it. Have to fucking stop it. Right, let's try again. With the fucking, I've not got a carbide. If this ruins this fucking end mill, I'll be right pissed off, I'll tell you now. So, let's just go steady. And see how it goes. Nice and gently. No rush, that's cutting lovely. So, that's dispelled some of my fear. What a fucking ball ache. I know these plates have put up a struggle, but I didn't realise it would be quite such a fucking struggle. So there you go. That's cutting nice. I don't rush it. Hopefully the other one will go just as well. And then I'll do a bit of profiling on it with a grinder and the chop saw. And you can join me when we've got nice shaped plates. Alright, following on from Max Grant at Swan Valley Machine Shop's advice about these triangle tips. I've checked my radii, Max, and I've sussed it, and they're lovely. I've got black and gold, and the black are roughing out and the gold are finishing. So you can set it down to 25.4, 25.5, sorry. As fast as my machine will run. And bit of lube. And the finish is fucking great. So, thank you very much, Max. Yeah, it's another little feather in your fucking bow. Another string to your fucking job, ain't it? Happy days, mate. Happy days. So what we've got is the plates. They're not finished, they need a polish, but they're to shape and they're all right, you know. And threaded bosses, one slightly longer than t'other to compensate for the angle of the dangle on the frame tube. So now we can mock up an assembly, can't we? Set that over to the frame. And that's going to sit somewhere fucking there, look, which is really hard to show and hold at the same time. But I've had the spirit level on, and I've worked out that where I want them to sit on the frame, the bottom one needs to be 3mm longer than the top one. So there you fucking go. That's what I've got, isn't it? So that will go somewhere like that fucker. I'll get the top tacked on, take a measure up. I've put a bubble on the rear disc, got the bike sitting dead level, so we can measure up off the table to get these the same. We can stand back, we can eye it up, we can do all that. So they're ready to get tacked into place now. So I'm actually on the lift, sat on the bike with my feet on the pegs. Reason being, what I've done, I've pushed the foot pegs on a little bit too firm, and I've done the grub screws in there that you can just about make out. And I need to get the levers where I'm comfortable. So, you know, if I'm braking, that one's dropped down now, look, sod's law that is. But what I'm doing, I'm giving myself a fitting with the pegs. So, if I can fucking get that one back where I need it, which is just below there, about there. Yeah, I'm not filming it very well, but you get my drift. You try it on, you see where you need the pegs for your gear change and for your back brake. I know that needs to go down a bit so I can still get my foot under it, but I also want to be able to get on top of it quite comfortably. So that's about there. That's going to be about there for the back brake that just keeps fucking drooping. I'll kick it on a bit firmer, like that. Try again. And then we use a marker pen across it to mark where we want it. And when we drop down back on the floor, when I get off this fucking thing and get back on the floor, we can see where we need to run the linkages to. Right, righto. Got the gear back brake, got the back brake side done. You will notice we have now got one long tube with a bearing each end. I had to modify slightly because I was going to end up with too much of a dog leg in the linkage that goes to the rear master cylinder. I didn't want to mount this fucking lost in space in the middle of fucking nowhere. Wanted it tucked in like. So I bit the bullet and re-engineered that, and now we've got a functioning. It's not connected, is it? But you know, there you go. There's your back brake, mate. If that don't like the back end up, nothing will. Just leaves the gear change side, which nothing's near fucking nothing. Got this aluminium, yeah, with a little rose joint, which is fucking right out here. It's a long way off the frame. So I'm thinking we're going to turn that upside down, drop it down, maybe even weld a fucking piece of alley on it. I don't want to fuck up the leverage though. I don't want to have to move this a ton to change fucking gear. Wait up, there you go. That's done it. It's undone. So, don't know, I'm still looking at that. So, we worked out that this is kind of backwards. First gear is this moving anti-clockwise. This shaft rotating anti-clockwise, which if you had a straight peg on it, it'd be up. So it'd be 1 up, 4 down, 5 down, sorry. So we've had to go down with that linkage, up with that linkage, and this is still too tight to fucking spin freely, but that now does it. So when you press forward, 1 down, clunk into first, that moves anti-clockwise, a bit reluctantly at the minute. Nothing if not prepared. Let's crack it open, look. Get this on there, look. There we go. Now we should have it. Spin that under. There you go. First, and then you go up a little click for neutral, which that's now in neutral, and second, third, so on and so forth. So we did it. This one still kicks out. I've not took the spacer through. I've not included this in the linkage because this water pipe, I need to alter that and bring it through here to catch that. So, forwards are done at last. At last. There we go. Thank you for watching, as always. If you like what you see, give me a like and a sub. Drop me a comment, I'll try and get back to you. Happy days. Time feels coming along nicely.